I've got you, babe. I didn't have him at the last minute. Oh, did I make you get up? I'm sorry. You can lay back down. I scared Chubbs. He was laying on the bottom of the climber because that's what cats do. It's like giving your kid a present for Christmas and they play with the box. Here's a climber. Let's lay at the bottom of it. It's so good to see you all. I am looking forward to this in a weird kind of way. It's kind of fun going back and watching this again. I think I'm really going to be surprised. I really do. Seeing all this stuff. Let me say hi to some people here. Like my shirt? I'm going to put a link in where you can get your sister friend shirt as well. All right, let me say hi to some people. Grab on comments here. Let's see. Hello, Lynn Skinner, and thank you for moderating. Elizabeth Murphy, Stephanie Nelson. That's my shoe. Look at me. See, I'm not clicking. There you go. Lynn Skinner, Elizabeth Murphy, number 19. Woo-woo, from Ohio. 4th day in your new state. Aw, welcome to Ohio. Now you have to learn O-H. And then when somebody does that, the next person goes I-O. So wherever you go, you'll hear O-H, and then the next person goes I-O. All right. That goes all the way to Ohio State. Probably football, but I don't know. I mean, I know they do it in the football, but I mean, they probably do it in all the sports. But really kind of the whole state just does it. Okay. I mean, I was walking in Disney Animal Kingdom with my kids, and it was really crowded in that. And I was with my son, actually. It was just a mom and son time. He was about 5. And I had an Ohio State shirt on. And it was crowded, and we were trying to get out because it was like a show that let out. So it was really packed in the one spot. And all of a sudden I heard really loud, just a guy's voice, O-H. And I just turned around and went, I-O. So it's a must know. My son's like, Mom. We're in a huge crowd. All right, let's keep going on. Okay, here's Stephanie. Yes, I'm glad we're doing it from the beginning too. This is fun. Okay, hello, that's my shoe. Glad you're here. Mama Squirrel, welcome. Good to see you, Mary. Hello. Raiders Ma's here. Hello. Cheryl, good to see you. Get a couple more people before we get started. Hello, Peach. And, oh, want a pizza me. I like that name. Oh, pizza. Proud Canadian Grandma. I just read not a fact, but I was reading a blog, and there were a bunch of people who lived in the Keys, in the Florida Keys. And they were saying there's no good pizza places down there. Who knew? Somebody said they were people who were like residents down there. They're like, the only part, it was like pros and cons of living in the Florida Keys. Like, I have time to be reading such an article. I can't remember what spurred this on. I know why. Long story. My husband was saying after he retires, wouldn't it be great if he got a little condo and he would go down there and he would teach and just be down there in the winter months and then be up here in the summer. Yeah, so we were talking about that. So I was kind of like looking into it in general. I've only visited the Keys once, so I didn't know much about it. Anyway, they were saying that the pizza's horrible in the Keys. Who knew? One person said they actually went and built their own brick oven because they couldn't get good pizza anywhere in the Keys. How hard is it to make pizza? I don't know. Apparently hard. Proud Canadian Grandma, glad you're here. Hello, Ethel. If anyone's from the Florida Keys and they know of good pizza, let me know. Hello, Vixen. And if anyone lives in the Florida Keys, I'm so jealous of you. It's like the one recommendation my husband's had that I was just like, yes, now that's a good idea. I can stream from anywhere. I'll go spend my winters in the Keys. Absolutely. Hello, Amy. Hello, Susan Shea. I mean, we'll see what's going on. I mean, it's going to be a few years before that happens. Hello, Heidi Hay. Heidi Hay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And hello, Ethel. And if you yourself would like to receive such a shirt, I put the link to the Etsy shop below. It is now up and running. So they have the cream sweatshirts. This is a large. They're unisex, so they're a little bit more slimming as opposed to the shirts that I usually wear, which are really wide because I'm a product of the 80s, but I do look 10 pounds thinner when I wear unisex clothes. So the sleeves will be a little bit longer because, again, being unisex, the arms are longer, the length is longer. Of course, you can just scoot it back up too. It's they're good quality though. They're nice. They're thinner. Again, another thing in terms of sweat. I don't like hoodies that are really big and bulky because I don't know. I just feel like I can't move in them as much. So you can get your own sister friends. All of the profits go to charity. 100% of the profits go to charity. My girlfriend is the one making them. It's her Etsy shop, and I told her make a profit, but she refuses. So I can't remember how many she had left, like 30 of them or something like that. After that, I know she has a bunch of t-shirts, and then we might order just like a blue or just one other solid color. I don't know if they're going to be this same style or if they might be a little bit thicker. So we'll look into that when the time comes. But yeah, there's also a blue sweatshirt in white. It says SOS. Sending out a save our sister friends. Remember, we haven't been saying that for a long time. We labeled the highest level SOS exclusive. But at the beginning, remember when we started, we were doing SOS all the time for support our sister friend. So because I had the SOS sweatshirt too, which I thought me friend said was also in the Etsy store, but I didn't see it. So I can show you a picture of it. Actually, I'll just bring it up on my phone and show you. Or I might just not be looking in the right spot. When I pulled it up, I saw this shirt. But the other one is this. SOS. Okay. All right. So yes, I told you before, this is my girlfriend who is a former inner city police officer. She got injured on the job and went on medical retirement. To her dismay, she loved her job. And I'm sorry, let me turn off my dinger. My bad. It's actually my friend who I'm talking about, who's that's unrelated. Like I thought she was like watching the live stream going, Jenny, I told you. So she has been working for many years with this nonprofit that goes into the strip clubs in the inner city. And they just love on the women. They support them. They bring them gifts. They always have goodie bags with them. They always have anyone who is looking for jobs. They have opportunities for other employment. They help them find a way out, to find another venue that is not as dangerous, and et cetera, et cetera. And keep their eyes out for trafficking and whatnot. So it's a great, it's not a large nonprofit, and I don't remember the name of it, but I could scroll through these texts if you want the name of it. It's pretty small, and it's it might even just be local to the Northeast Ohio area. Anyway, all the money is going there to help fund getting them on their feet and getting into like a safer apartment, not in an area where they'll fall into drugs and get back into the cycle where because a lot of them also are drug addicted, and getting them off of that is part of the problem. Okay, so I don't know all the nitty gritty details involved in it, but I do know that they go in there and they'll pray with them if they want. There's a little old lady who goes with her all the time, and whenever she comes, the ladies get so excited who work there, the women, and they're like, "Be quiet, don't swear now. Grandma's here, the prayer lady's here." And they're always like, "Pray for me, pray for me." So it's really cute. It's just cute. From what I've heard all kinds of stories about it. I haven't gone personally myself. Okay, so 100% of the money goes there. Here we go. All right. Hello, Scotland, and welcome. Okay, we are going to be jumping in today to a Cowdy Pass shirt. That's funny, Stacy. Cowdy Pass. Have a cow. That's the one thing I didn't have in the video when I uploaded it today. If you saw it, I was disappointed in myself. And I already had it posted, and I was just like having it run as I was emptying the dishwasher and doing some chores before I ran up to work on another business. I have a retreat coming up very soon. I've got a lot to do for it. I've been putting it on the back burner, and I'm watching it. And when I had the cow screen, I'm like, I had no background cow noise. That would have been good. Oh well, next time. All right, we have a new member, Raven. Oh, I can't click it from there. Okay, let's try from here. There we go. Welcome, Raven. Glad you joined. Glad to have you here. Sister friends are friendly friends. Okay, so today we are doing season 1, episode 2, and it's called Courting a Fourth Wife. Although we do believe that although he hasn't officially been courting her, he's already kind of been dating her. And it was very clear in the last episode when he said, "You know who Robin is, and you've met her kids and everything." So like they were already at the point that they were introducing Robin and the kids to all of their kids. Yeah. So she's been around. They did not do this the right way. This is not the appropriate polygamous way where the wife just finds somebody and then asks the husband if they're interested. Not at all. This is totally Cody's doing. Well, no, this is totally Robin's doing. And then she managed to lock eyes with Cody and work her. Maybe she had the big floppy eyelashes on so that he couldn't miss her in the church. And then worked it out with her cousin that he would happen to drive by with Mary so that it could be Mary's idea. No, it wasn't Mary's idea. We know it. We know it. We know it. Hey, that's my shoe. You're not a new member. You must have changed levels. You must have changed levels because I know you were a member in there before. Okay. So Kathy says, I would not be my hubby's pimp. Not happening. No, it's you'd think that it would be normal by now. I almost felt more normal 14 years ago when I first started watching it. Like it was kind of fascinating and odd, but I was like, well, okay, odd. Okay. But now, like over the years, it just sort of became like, oh, that's just the way it is. And it sort of became normal. And I feel like it's making a complete 360 right now, where now it's seeming almost worse than it did when I first saw it at the beginning. Like just, I don't know. Why? Maybe because we've seen the arc of what was inevitable at the end, but I bought it. I bought into it. I believed what they were peddling me on the show and thought, well, okay, that's what they want to do. Who am I to say? Not for me, but if that's for them, I guess. And now I realize they were just lying. They were all lying. I mean, Cody wasn't I mean, he was lying because he was lying about Robin. This whole Robin situation is a big lie. So he was lying, but he was lying about different things. But they were lying about how much they were enjoying it. Now, he was enjoying Robin to no end. So he was enjoying the whole marriage thing and then of course being on TV. All right. Hi, Cal Peanut. Thank you for hitting the like button. Oh, you like my nails? Thank you very much, Joni. They are going to change on Friday. It is time already. So bye-bye. Dark blue, navy blue, I guess. Thought it was more sapphire. It depends on the day and the lighting, what they look like. But I don't know. I was thinking about going like yellow or orange or something funky like that. Channel spring, even though it's all snowy and cold here right now. We're having a rough winter, a really rough, cold, snowy winter. So I thought maybe if I just spunk it up with my nails, I might just cheer up people. Okay. All right. Were you lying then? Are you lying now? Oh, sorry for the wrong spelling. Oopsie. You guys talk so fast that when I go to click on something, it jumps ahead. Were you lying then? Oh, no, see there. Yes, that's it. Were you lying then or are you lying now? Okay. Aw, thanks, Raven. Appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes I do try to match with the glasses, but today I did the glasses to match with the Sister Friends sweatshirt. But I did have the nails match the glasses in other videos, so I figured I got covered. I don't know if I have very many yellow glasses, though. I should look at my glasses colors and then decide what nail color I'm going to get. That's what I should do. All right. And then I have to go to Salvation Army and I have to get clothes accordingly to wear on the live streams that'll match too. Which, okay, I'm going to do right before we start show and tell right now because I've been telling the Sunday night people and I keep forgetting and they're sitting right down here by my feet and I don't want them to sit here for another week until next Sunday. So I did a big Salvation Army haul a couple weeks ago now. And I was telling everybody 2 Sundays ago about all the great stuff I got. But I should have a list. The receipt was like, the cart was overflowing underneath. Now, part of that is because I got pillows, like my little polar bear that has the tags on. I got like 6 pillows like this that have the tags on them. Oh, I got this nice little thing for my back too. Have a tag on it too. It's cute. I don't know if it matches anything, but I thought it would be a really good back support pillow. So all this new stuff. Now, these aren't new that I'm going to show you, but my total bill for probably, how many items did I get? Maybe 40. And that's where I got my big picture. Yeah, 99 cents. Can't beat it. It's plastic. It looks like it's glass, though, doesn't it? One lady told me, she's like, you better be careful with that's going to fall out of your cart and break. So it's plastic. But thank you, ma'am. Look at my Best Buy. Bum, ba, bum. My Prada shoes. Yep. Prada shoes. Good shape. Even the heels and everything are in. See, they walked oddly. See, this heel is perfect. They walked a little odd because this one is slightly worn right there. The little bottom piece, you can't see. The little bottom piece is starting to be worn a little bit on the one side. I might take it to a shoe place. Yeah, Prada shoes. I looked them up online. They were originally $2,000. So I got all 40 to 50 items for $140. And these were $4.99. Okay, I just had to share. Gosh, love a good deal. Love a good deal. And they're a little snug. And there was another sweetest lady. I was telling the gals on Sunday night, sweetest lady. We were both the same size shoes. She's like, you got a lot of great shoes there. I said, well, I'm just trying some things on, but I don't know what I'm going to end up with. Because I typically don't get shoes when I'm there unless they look like they're new. But then I needed brown flats like that. And that's the only reason I looked at them when I was walking by, because I was going through to go to the scarves at the other end. I was walking through and I'm like, I do need those loafers. Look like they're brand new. I wonder if they are. And I first started noticing it was rubbed off, the name. I'm like, no, they've been worn. I don't know. I'm like, but they still look shiny and new. And I kept getting closer. I'm like, does that say Pra? Or is it Ada? Yeah, it was Ada. So, Ada. I've never seen a pair. I've never touched a pair before in my life. So I had to. And they were a little snug because I have a wide foot. And the other lady had a wide foot too. And we were talking about that. So I put them on. I was walking in them. And I said, they're a little snug. And she goes, oh, honey, those will stretch. You wear them around the house, which is so sweet of her because she could have said, like, yeah, I don't know. Those are going to hurt. You better leave them. She would have taken them. Okay, long story. Here we go. Counting a fourth wife. Let me make sure my sound is up before I hit go. Gosh, I like a good bargain. Here we go.
I'm looking for maybe things, what about like onesies and stuff? Onesies, I definitely need onesies because she doesn't have a lot of those. Oh wow, go check it out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like that one.
We've been married now for 16 years. It is significantly different than what it was when we were married.
The first 5, 6, 7 years were a huge learning curve. I mean, we're still learning, learning how to deal with each other. But the first...
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I really had to learn how to deal with you.
So I've been married to Mary for almost 20 years. We have one child. And I've been married to Janelle for 17 years, and we have 6 children. And to Christine, I've been married 16 years, and we've got 5 with 1 more on the way.
Look, they're little ballerina slippers. I think it would just be hilarious if it turns out to be the way I'm traveling.
I'm pregnant again. This is my 6th baby. We know she's a girl, and her name is going to be Truly.
That's funny.
Truly's not the only new thing in our family, though. Right now, Cody's courting Robin. And what that means is that our family's getting to know her family, possibility of another sister wife. So it's a pretty exciting time for us. Everything's kind of new.
Lies. She doesn't want any part of it.
Mary's always been open to more wives. Always. There were times when she would talk to me about it, Cody should probably get married again and things like that. And I'm like, no, he's not spending enough time with me. Are you kidding me? I don't see him having another wife. You're insane. Oh, like her letter. Oh.
So Cody and I were out one night and we went over to a friend's house, and Robin happens to be this friend's cousin. And so that's where we first met Robin. Robin and I kind of clicked that night. And then later, I told Cody, you had to go ask her to dance. And so he did, and, that was all she wrote,
That was another day.
So her name is Robin. She's 30, and she grew up in the polygamous lifestyle.
I am a single divorced mother of 3. My oldest, who's 9, Dayton, he's an awesome kid. My second oldest is Aurora. She's 7 years old, and I've got Brianna, who's my little princess. She's 5 years old. I've been spending the last few years trying to create a safe environment for them, and I'm working to support them and to take care of them, and we have a blast together, the 4 of us. We're the 4 musketeers, so it's great. It's awesome.
Dad,
What?
where are you?
I'm packing.
What?
I'm going to go see Robin. Do you want to help me?
Again, Daddy? You're leaving again?
Are you going to help me? Or are you just going to stand there and be princess?
Are you going to be rude like that? Or are you going to
Robin, I've
ask
been
her nicely to
courting
help
for a
you,
couple of
Cody?
months, and it's been challenging because she's so far away. It's been a long time since I've courted. Go put those in. All right. This is really the first courtship that we've had in 16 years. We had considered a couple people a little bit, I think a couple times since then. And it just really wasn't a fit or a match. It didn't get very serious at all. In this case, Robin was really special. Kind of seems like it might click. We'll see how it
I just
goes.
don't even like how he's smiling and happy.
Mary, I'm taking off. Right now, I'm headed to see Robin for a weekend visit. She lives about 5 hours away. Bye. Anytime you're leaving, kind of upsets everybody. You all right?
Yeah. I always am.
It's only a couple days, okay? So I'm leaving Mary, I'm leaving Christine, and I'm leaving Janelle to go down and see Robin. And that leaves them kind of feeling a little bit sad or raw. And I think it's as much the fact that I'm going to be away as it is the fact that I'm seeing somebody else.
You think?
After the weekend. See you. You all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
She lives.
It's not even
far.
making
She
eye
lives,
contact with her. You'll be all right?
5 hours away.
You
and
sure?
So I was told, there was a couple of times where I'm like, you really can't go. You can't leave me. And you can't leave your family. Here you are replacing your family with Robin and her kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard. And at the same point, I realized that it needed to happen, but it didn't necessarily make it easier.
Initially, everybody struggles. I've done this before. And everybody struggles because they're afraid. Give me a kiss. We'll see you.
Of what really happens.
Now things are unbalanced because of the traveling, but I think that will balance out. Cody's always been very careful with his time. He's careful to make sure that we all have our needs met.
See you, kids. Bye. So usually I will take some of the kids down to see Robin with me. That way I'm getting her children and my children acclimatized to each other. And this time I'm taking Madison and Aspen. They're actually going to babysit a little bit because Robin and I want to go out. I like taking my kids because it gives me time with them while we're traveling. It's good quality time with them. Rock, paper, scissors. It's also a good time for my teenage girls to get to know Robin. That'll be important. Okay, you're in back.
Sure, you have to rock, paper, scissors because the back is like a jump seat for 5 hours in the back of that little convertible.
Another wife. But because wives are comfortable with another wife in this lifestyle, they're not comfortable with a girlfriend.
Oh, really?
And so I'm sorry, but with Robin coming along, it just changes everything.
Okay, Cody's words. They're comfortable with another wife, but not comfortable with another girlfriend. Because I do believe that most of the time, I think Mary got married like within a month or so. A lot of them got married within a month or two right away. Mary's I thought was going to be a longer courtship. I just learned that it was only like a month. And she was at least already engaged after a month. She could have taken longer because there was nobody else. But it's rude and insulting and improper to be courting another wife while you're married to somebody. So you pretty much make up your mind pretty quickly. Once you know, you get married. That didn't happen with Robin, even though Cody was very much aware that the wives are not comfortable with another girlfriend. And yet, a year. You know what? I was just getting on my email before I came here. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to look it up. I had mentioned, actually, you know what? I mentioned it on my last and another thing, but I haven't edited that one yet. So that'll come out in a day or two. But one of the things I asked on there is somebody had written in the comments that Robin was still legally married at the time she got her lightning bolt. According to Entertainment Magazine, she got her lightning bolt in December of 2009, which I think is an impossibility. I think that's wrong. She got her lightning bolt earlier than that because the show premiered in September of 2010. And I remember an interview with Janelle saying the hardest time was not the filming of it. She wasn't nervous at all about the show until they were done filming and they had to wait for the whole summer while they edited it and got it ready before it got premiered in the fall. So it was done by, I don't know, April, May or something like this. There's no way they shot the entire season between December and that. And the episode after this one is celebrating Robin's birthday, which is October. So the lightning bolt had to have happened before October of this. So the only thing I need to find out is, when did they officially divorce?
Actually, Mary and her literally developed a bond. There
Oh,
was a
yeah, they
spiritual
did.
drive that said to her, this is something that's going to be part of your life.
Watching him lie, just
There was definitely
gorgeous
a
house
connection
that
with
Robin's
me
living
and
in with
Robin.
no money.
I just knew that she was a person that I could be friends with, you know, and even more than that, you know, have her in my family and have her love my daughter and all our kids and me love her kids. And, you know, what a blessing it would be to our family and to her as well.
Okay, Aspen and Madison are coming, and they're gonna watch you guys. No, I'm gonna go with you guys to the park while Cody and I go on a date.
Here is this girl who's choosing to come into a family with 16 people, with 3 wives.
No. I just said no. I meant no for no. And then we're gonna have to. I'm gonna count to 3, and I better see kids in this van right now. 1. Do you have your shoes on? 2. 3.
Great parenting, Robin.
Okay. Fine, then I'm gonna
Meaningless.
take your privileges away, Brianna. Then come get in your seatbelt. Wow, monster children.
Oh, beautiful. You
Well,
fit
the
right in
cool
with
thing about
Cody
this
in
is you
terms of
got
insulting the kids.
People all over you mothering your kids, and even,
I need help
like,
because I don't know
Cody
how
too. I
to.
mean, like them all just helping out. That's one of the cool things about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's go.
She needs
Where are you
help.
going? I know we're ready to go. They can go now. Come on.
She not only got sister wives, she got a nanny.
No bikes. Nope.
This is the lifestyle that we've chosen, and the more the merrier, really.
We need it to move the crib over here, up here.
So we are rearranging furniture. This is my 6th baby. Her name's Truly.
Yay!
Truly has to go in my room because there's really honestly no other place to put her. And so I need that. So
Well, Robin has a big, beautiful house where all the kids have their own bedrooms.
So where?
Okay. Yes.
So where?
One more time. You know, I feel way well to turn it in circles.
It's like you're dancing with my armoire.
I've always wanted to dance with your armoire.
Are we putting it here?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's already so much brighter in here with that thing moved. Horrible. We're gonna move the bed. Right? Okay, it's a pain because I think the armoire over here then and the crib there.
I'm sorry. Tell me what you want.
Okay.
You want your bed?
Bed?
Yes.
We've been together a long
We've
time.
been together for a long time, for like 15, 16 years. So
Freak, it's forever.
shut up. So we get along well now because we have our.
We've worked through our issues.
You know what? It's just a constant thing. It's like any other friendship that you have. There's ups, there's downs. There's, you know, you learn. You
It's
just.
the ebb and flow of the relationship.
And we learned each other's quirks. It's
Yeah.
for sure.
And so I'm sorry, but with Robin coming along, yeah,
It just changes
It
everything.
just changes
It
everything.
shakes everything up.
It's just going to be a new
a new adjustment.
adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, I
hope.
All right, can we go shopping and eat? I need to eat right now.
Yeah.
I want some food.
Divorce, Mary. When were they
We all
officially
know
divorced?
This isn't all rainbows and flowers when they're going through this process of seeing me fall in love with somebody else.
Where I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. It's a little bit difficult for me.
Oh, you're such a
You've
victim.
got Robin going, I'm not going to hurt them. And I'm like, I'm sorry. There's no way around that.
It's a little bit difficult for me coming
that
into
sounds
the
perfect.
family.
I'm starving.
She's really
Not the
cute,
pregnant
and Ryan
one.
is really pretty. But honestly, if I was gonna be jealous about anything, it's just the fact that she's so sweet and such a good companion. And I might feel like that I would be replaced based on the companion side of it. Not the jealousy as much as, but that would be it. Just,
For me, the jealousy, I've never
Same with you. How she looks.
That's great for
You
Cody.
know,
I'm glad he's getting a trophy wife. You know, he's a great guy. He deserves a cute girl. That's great. You know,
I'm cute.
I'm
saying.
This is something that we did choose, but sometimes we struggle with it. I didn't know what was wrong. I'm looking at her. I don't know what's wrong, but I'm like, my heart is breaking in a million pieces.
Oh, I
I
hate
totally
this
felt like
story.
I lost my best friend.
All right, Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
All right. This show. Oh my gosh. It's unbelievable. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Right, Betty? I didn't like her from the minute I saw her on the show, but I believed her. I just didn't like her. You know how it's like you just know sometimes? I just didn't like her, but I was believing all of it 14 years ago. I was thinking she was nice and she was sweet, and if the other moms think that she's sweet, and okay, I just had that sense of this is not going to go well. And you know what probably part of it was? I probably picked up right away on the sense that it wasn't going to go well because you could see right away how into her Cody is. And he is not giving any of that same kind of energy to the OG3. And he should be giving more of it to them for reassuring them than to her. And he's doing the absolute opposite, trying to reassure her that it's going to be okay coming into this. I know they've been together for so long, how hard that's going to be for you. I mean, she's telling him, this is going to be so difficult. They've already been together. I'm so worried. Ugh. Ugh. We got time outside if we had a tantrum. Yes, or standing in the corner. It was not permitted. And the counting to 3, my mom never got to 3. I don't even think my mom counted to 3. I don't think that was a thing until like I had kids. But I never got to 3. If I got to 3, then the consequence happened. End of story. All you have to do is do that like twice, and then the kids know, oh, she's on 2. I better move. She means business. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. All right, we're back.
Dayton was kind of undecided about how he felt about it, and Aurora was excited and happy and wanted to plan with me, and Brianna was shy but happy about it as well. So it was fun.
Mom, which mom is coming?
Which mom is coming?
Mom, which mom is coming?
Oh, you mean with Cody?
Yeah.
It's not. None of the moms are coming this time. It's just gonna be Aspen and Maddie. I know.
I've got a woman here who wants to be loved by me and courted by me to come into the family. At the same time, if I'm fearing how much it's going to hurt my wives, it'll challenge that pursuit. So it's a fine balance.
It's
That's
like,
a
where do you
horrible
find that
thing to
balance
say.
between finding your own happiness, I guess you'd say, you know, building your own relationship, like me building my own relationship with Cody, and then also being sensitive to what they're going through.
You know, this is something that we did choose, but because of emotions and outside influences in our culture, sometimes we struggle with it.
I really felt out of loop the whole thing. I hadn't met Robin at all for 3-4 weeks after Mary and Cody did. And so the whole Robin coming along was making me mad because I hadn't met her. And here
Maybe
Cody's
4
going on
weeks.
and on and on about her. He prays about it. He gets a testimony that, you know, she is definitely someone that he wants in the family. Mary, same thing, hook, line, and sinker. She's done. And I'm thinking, I'm panicking because I haven't met her. I don't know what she's like. Never even seen her before. And I thought it was horrible. I totally felt like I lost my best friend.
If I were to put myself in like Mary's or Janelle's or Christine's shoes, I think it would be, I know it would be hard. They love Cody, and for them to see him maybe falling in love with someone else. And not that it would make it so that he doesn't love them any less, something like that, but I mean, it would be hard. My heart swells with love for him because I know how hard it is to sacrifice that but they're doing it because they want me to be happy, and they don't know me that well. I mean, that's really big. And so it's like, how do you hurt a friend? You know, how do you hurt someone that wants so much for you, kind of a thing.
So I'm going down to see Robin. It's a long drive, 300 miles, 5 hours. It's been 16 years since I've courted someone, so it's a very unique experience. It's very different this time around. When Robin and I were new in the relationship, my heart, I was going through some real difficult times, and I'm in Christine's room sobbing.
I remember, yeah.
Sorry. I was sobbing. I didn't know what was wrong. I'm looking at her. I don't know what's wrong. But I'm like, my heart is breaking in a million pieces, all this. And Christine's like, well, you're lovesick. And the only cure is a marriage. You know?
I gotta pause. I'm sorry, I gotta pause. That is so disgusting right there. So he's trying to retell the story about how in love he is with Robin, while his pregnant wife is sitting there who's completely not on board with this whole thing, saying how it was a month before she even met him. And he's doing multiple trips down there. Mary and he both have this conviction, and she's like all worried about it. And then he's in there sobbing, and Christine's first reaction as he starts telling the story is she just looks down and she goes, yeah, I remember. She's just like confirming. She's not like, oh yeah, let me tell it, or let me chime in. She was just kind of like, I mean, what else is she going to say? That's what you have to say in the faith. And it's my understanding that Christine pretty much put a kibosh on the other ones too. Like, I don't think Christine was interested in another sister wife. So when this one came along, and the show probably said, well, if you really want the show to take off, then courting and dating and marrying another wife, that's the way it's going to make a good show. And they probably really strong-armed her into, this is how we're going to financially be able to support your 6 kids through college. And little did she know that this is how I'm going to get the child support to someday pay for a lawyer and pay for Truly, who I'm going to completely ignore for many years. You know, that little one in your stomach who I'm completely ignoring right now in utero, it's not going to change. It's going to be the same. So she's sitting here on the couch with her head down, because I know you're not all watching the thing. She's got her head down, and he's telling the story, and he's getting all emotional. He's getting all mushy emotional about how much in love he is with Robin. She's sitting right next to him, pregnant. Do you remember how emotional we were in our end, like 3rd trimester pregnancy? Everything made me cry. I was just an emotional mess. And my husband with falling in love with another one. Like, I can't wrap my brain around it. When I watched this the first time, I was not really taking it in. I was taking it in on the surface level, going, I don't know how they do that. You know, I'm sure I was like making kids lunches and helping kids with homework. And, you know, I had 3 kids at home at the time. Life was crazy. I was busy. So now taking the time to like really look at it, it is so much more disturbing than time number 1. So he's sitting here crying away, and she's like, and of course, in the classic manner, you know, she has to console him. Yeah. And, you know, and then he has to remind the world what Christine said, because it's probably one of the only times she said something nice, because she probably felt she had to at that time. So he's like, I'm going to tell the whole world what Christine said that day. Well, you're in love. I mean, she's probably what she spoke the truth. It's what she saw. It's not what she wanted, though. That's what hurts about this whole scene. Yeah, she probably came out and said, well, it's because you're in love with her. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, and it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me, because I'm about to have your baby. And you know how much Cody wants babies. I have a feeling, I don't know if this is just I don't know where I'm getting this from. It might be my own opinion that I've stirred up, or if it was in an interview that I heard somewhere, but I got that feeling that like he kept wanting to have more kids. Well, Mary couldn't have any more kids. And for some reason, I believe Janelle was done. I don't remember why, but Christine kind of was too, because she miscarried before Truly. And then it had been many years and she wasn't, that was it. But Cody kept saying, like, let's keep trying, let's keep trying, let's keep trying. As many as God will give us. So, and then the little miracle child comes along, and what does he do? He gets a girlfriend. You can't script this stuff. You just can't. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then I have to point out, on the other side of Cody is Mary, who the entire time was like this. She made zero eye contact with anyone on that couch, head straight down. She was not enjoying that conversation, that story that Cody was so proud to share with the world. It's like the wedding dress story all over again. Oh, he's the worst. He never learns. He does not learn from his mistakes. Oh. All right. I'm so sorry. I'm assuming you can all hear me okay. I have the speaker kind of facing the laptop over here. So I'm on the opposite side of it. So I'm leaning over this way. I can hear my husband. I could close the door. No, actually. He just got home because it was a gym night. So he might be up for a little bit. I don't like to close the door if he's not. If he goes to bed, because he goes to bed early because he gets up. He's usually out of here by like 5:30. Okay, I'm clear. Okay, thanks, Betty. Okay, very good. All right, we're going to move on. Maybe Mary was lying. She knew. I mean, did she know? Has she admitted that she knew about that? Because they saw each other again in... No, they didn't see each other again in church next time. So the dance that she's like, and then later on at the dance, this is why everything is so confusing and trying to follow a timeline. TLC timeline is the worst. Puddle Monkey timeline, the worst. And Cody and the wives, their timeline. Mary's telling the story and she goes, and then later on I said, go dance with them. Well, later on was like a month later when she came back and there was a formal dance that was scheduled. I remember in one of the early videos when I was talking about it, or maybe it was when I was saying, no, it wasn't the book, because the book makes it clear. It was just early on. Must have been around October last year or something when I was doing videos. I remember on one of my videos, I'm saying, how weird is it? They're all getting together outside and now they're all just dancing in the house. And she's like, go dance with them in the house? What? I was so confused by it all until we read through the book. I'm like, oh, she ended up leaving and coming back again a few weeks later. And then there was a formal dance. And then she encouraged Cody to go dance with her at the dance. Makes a little bit more sense. All right. So I don't know about that first meeting. If there's any interview anywhere where Mary talks about, it's got to come up somewhere in this season, because now we're kind of getting to the nuts and bolts of what did Cody know, and did, like, the whole, she's already admitted, when it came to the divorce, did you have ulterior motives? Was there a plan in place? Like, yeah, it's all starting to come out. So I would think that the whole meeting thing would too. In fact, didn't she say something about it recently? I feel like she may have hinted something at, like, in the preview. Oh, that's what I haven't done. I didn't do a video going over I'm gonna write myself a note. I've completely forgotten about it. That's probably where it is. The second half of the season trailer, I guess you'd call it, at the end of the last episode. I was going to make a video just covering that. I completely forgot. But I have another thing that if I get around to editing, I'll get out to you. Okay. And still, I checked again today. I try to check every day if I remember, but checked again today. There's no bonusing episodes. They haven't dropped any more. Maybe they just stopped at episode 8 and gave up. I don't. It makes no sense. I mean, I just don't get TLC. Oh goodness. Okay. Jody said you're naughty. Oh, so sadly, no. If it is a girlfriend, we don't know. Mama says it's a guy. In fact, he used lover, but he called Mary a lover too on the phone that time when he was on his honeymoon, when he was getting ready to hang up off the phone. He's like, okay, I'll see you. Goodbye, lover. Or I'll see you later, lover. So such a weird name. Call somebody lover. No, why is it so creepy? Is it just because it's Cody? Or is it just a weird thing to call somebody lover? Oh, all right. It's like a lyric in a 80s music ballad, rock ballad. Yeah. Ethel, you're right. I swear he said he in there. Now, again, English is not his first language. We may have gotten pronouns mixed up, but he did say he. Right. She was not aware of the church lightning bolt. You're right. That's where it was. She said in an interview. Was that what it was in an interview? Was that? Maybe it's in this whole trailer. I need to do that. That's on my to-do list. I have a long day at work tomorrow. Probably I can get to it for a couple of days, but all right. Nicole wants to know, why didn't Jen ever talk to Mary about this a long time ago? Such a good question. I mean, yeah, she says she didn't really watch, but all she has to do is talk to Mary about her best friend and like what, I mean, I guess early on, but she said all the way back in Vegas that right from the beginning something was off and she felt like favoritism was happening with Robin. So, okay. 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 Katrina said, Cody, I don't want you to get mad, but Christine said, Mary said, Janelle said, oh, I'm sorry, Christine. I didn't mean to spill the beans. Cody says, lover, and I want to puke. Yuck, yuck. It's cake holes, yuck. He called Janelle lover too. What is that? Ugh. Kathy, you told your father. You set him straight. Ew, don't say that. That's true, darling. Yeah, that was on the show. His friends from high school thought he was gay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Amy? It's probably true. It's probably the way he says it that makes it that much worse. I bet like a really cool old man who's been married for 30 years, 40 years, 50, even, you know, the longer they're even married, and he calls his wife lover, it'd be like so sweet and endearing. But somehow when that word comes out of his mouth, it just feels filthy. I don't know what it is. Okay, we will continue on. Jen, he uses lover because he can't keep track of names. That's a good point. Can't screw him up if he just calls everybody the same name, right? Okay. Yep. Mom Squirrel, she's co-signing. All right, so now we have the lovely scene of Robin in her bathroom getting ready for her date. Inappropriate. She's already been dating him for a month at this point, and she's going out alone with him. No chaperone. That was something that always, well, he broke that with Janelle too. He took Janelle out without Mary as well. Not Christine. Christine had no date. Her dates were all over the phone, and they were married in less than a month, just like that. Now she knew him, but in terms of like getting to know each other one-on-one, they knew each other in friend, social, youth groupy kind of things. But yeah, Christine got the short end of the stick for sure. And he admitted he never wanted to marry her, but he just felt like he had to. So disgusting. Christine's a catch too, especially compared to him. Bleh. Okay. Here we go. Robin puke scene.
Just awesome about this lifestyle. It rubs off all of your rough spots. It makes you become a better person.
Oh, we're waiting.
Cody is a better person now than when Mary first married him.
Sorry, I'm going with dessert first.
How does she even know
when
that?
a wife comes into a family, she only wants the man, and she doesn't see that he is who he is because of his family. And Robin sees that Cody is like he is because of his family, because of us, because of his kids.
And Cody's been put through it with Mary and Christine and Janelle, and they've said, they made him a good man. And I want to say thank you to each one of them and just go, you guys awesome. Thank you so much.
You guys awesome. Thanks so much.
Oh, I'm so excited. Cody's my
That's
soulmate.
short. You guys awesome. Okay. I got to put this down under my list of lines that didn't age well. Some women only marry for the man. But Robin understands. Marry for the family. Or something like that. All right. I wrote the date stamp. I got to start collecting those, or I'm going to end up being on like episode 10 and have like papers all over the place. Not know what's going on. Okay. It makes you become a better person. This lifestyle makes you become a better person. And Cody's a better person than he was before he married Mary. She just met the man. How can she even say things like that? She just makes shit up. I do like how she admitted, though, straight from the beginning, that the girls were, well, Brianna was happy about it. Aurora was excited about Cody. I have to go back and look and see what she said. If it was about him potentially being like a father, or if it was her just becoming part of the family. Like, I need to know exactly what it was. The beginning of that sentence. But then she said that Dayton was undecided about it. Mm-hmm. That was shortly after she called her children monsters. If you're keeping track. Okay. All right. I think I'm caught up with my ideas here. Okay. Yes, Vixen, I heard the same thing. That she was always very interested in boys, and especially ones that were taken. Look at that. That's how she got her first husband, and then that's how she got this one. This one was taken too. Okay. Mama Squirrel, the dead butterflies were awful. Those dead butterflies are apparently really expensive too. They were like freeze dried or something. I don't know. You guys are so mean. You know, Robin generously passed around herpes. She's thoughtful. Marry for the family she'll have nothing to do with. There you go. Yep. Mama Squirrel. Oh, It was because Lynn said she can't wait to see the bugs in the hair. That is funny. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't have banner scrolling. All right. We'll start off with the keep the lights on level, people. Here you are. Thank you for being members. I appreciate you. It's 8 o'clock. We are halfway through, which will also probably be a good time for me to show you something. A little something I put together. Oh, I got two emails about how I had 2 videos that were demonetized, but I had them take the video out. You're not going to believe what the video was. You're not going to believe. You know the countdown? Same one that James uses. The doon, 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 and it counts down from 30, 29, 19. That's here in StreamYard. I chose it from StreamYard. It was one of their choices. Apparently, the author of that music hasn't licensed StreamYard to use it, I guess. I don't know. I got to send a letter to him. So what's going on? So I'm like, take it out. Get rid of it. So that's an option. Normally, when they want to cut things out, they cut so much out that the whole video doesn't make sense anymore. So I have to go back and just re-edit it and re-upload it. And they want to take out huge hunks. When you go to take one thing out, then they start checking everything else. But this time they didn't. That was the only thing. They were live streams. They were both live streams. And that was it, the countdown timer. Isn't that crazy? What is that music? It's not even like, it's just like, doom, 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 doom. That's it. Like, I'm like, really? You want to take all my money because of the doom, doom, doom that you gave to stream? Okay. StreamYard needs to know. Okay. Anyway, so this might get demonetized too. We'll see. But I'll show it to you anyway. We'll see. Yay! I think that worked. Okay. We'll see. That was a karaoke version. So message in a bottle by the police. Sending out an SOS. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yes, Johnny. Yes, I got a whole bunch of emails this week too that I haven't caught up on, but I know somebody sent me the comparison of, no, it wasn't, because I use the Here's Johnny from The Shining sometimes in my videos. It was not Jeffrey Dahmer. Who's the other serial killer? Crazy psycho guy that looks like Cody. It was a side-by-side picture. I didn't even get a chance to read the email, but I saw the 2 pictures side by side, and I was like, yeah, looks a lot like them. Also, like that big eye look. That psychopaths always have that big eye look. I'm not saying he's a psychopath, but allegedly psychopaths have that big eye look. Ooh, and he has that. Now that guy's name is gonna drive me crazy. I'm not gonna remember which one it was. Okay. Hello, Michigan, and welcome. Like $600 a piece for those dead butterflies. Yeah. Crazy expensive. Man, she managed to rack up the bill for that wedding over the course of the year of planning that. That's why I need to get these dates down of when this all started. And then when somebody said, oh, they were divorced, but I can find nothing online. And apparently the records are sealed. So I guess you have to order them. I'm not sure if I want to go that far. I don't know if I want to take it that far. I don't know if I want to show that much investment in Cody to go that far. Or you could probably get it for free if you just walked out, if you lived in Montana. It's a Montana rule. Kathy, I know. I wonder if everybody, I should send an email to James. I should send an email to James or text him and say, hey, guess what? Yeah, because it was from like episode 16 and episode 20, I think. And one of them wasn't getting monetized anyway. One of them was a Sunday night one. So I don't even have monetization on those because those are the behind the paywall already. So I don't have commercials on those. I don't have commercials on these either when they're live, but then I put it on afterwards. But those I keep it off all the time. So yeah, it was just the one here. And this is the one that was like episode 16. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. All right, what can you do? Changing the rules on us. I was thinking about throwing in, like, I might put a still photo of the police at the very end. I might have to wait a couple weeks though, because one was episode 16 and now they're catching up. But I don't know if it's YouTube that's catching up. I think the creator of the music is the one that said that is claiming the copyright. So they're the ones that are a little bit behind the time. I don't know. Not going to hurt my head thinking about it. Oh, proud Canadian grandma. Thank you so much. That's awfully sweet of you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. We are going to, maybe not. I hit pause to talk to you all. So now we're going to have, oh no, we can get by these. Oh no, we can't. I was going to say, oh, this is in my DVR. It's not my DVR. This is on TLC. Okay. Knit My Bit. I think it was Manson. Yeah, I don't think it was Bundy, Candace. I think it was Manson. He does look like Manson, doesn't he? I'll find it. At some point, I'll put them side by side and show you guys. And everybody else that sends emails, I do read them eventually. Sometimes it takes me a minute, but I have a big event coming up in 2 weeks. I really have to start focusing on it. So it might take me a minute to get around to it. All right. Oh, the Baldwins. Can't wait to see the Baldwins, even if it's a train wreck. I'm thinking about doing, and I don't know if you care or if you want to do this because it would be after the fact, but Sunday, I'm taking a break. I'm staying up that late on Sunday nights. So I'm doing a McKelty rewatch kind of live thing on my Sunday nights with the SOS exclusive level people, but it's earlier. It's like, well, it's kind of changed, but it's like around 7 or 7:30 or 8 or 8:30 or something like that. And then that show doesn't come on until 10 o'clock at night. Monday nights, I have another obligation. Tuesday nights, we have this. And so I was thinking about on my other channel doing the Baldwins to keep this just Sister Wives. And going over to, and then I'll just watch it for the first time. So I'll watch it by myself on like maybe Wednesday night. I should really say Thursday night, but I could do Wednesday night. It just won't be very long. I'll just watch through, talk through it. If anybody, because you guys may have already seen it, maybe you want to watch it again with me, or maybe if you just don't want to stay up that late on Sunday night and you want to wait until Wednesday, maybe we'll do like 8:30 or something like that on Wednesday night. I'll watch it on Reality TV Breakdown, my other channel. And we'll do a live stream. And if you don't catch it, you can watch it after the fact. At least then I'm up to date on it, on what's going on with the Baldwins. I have a feeling he might be a little Cody-ish. Not that that's a good thing by any means. Okay. Here we go. The show is back on.
So excited. Even if it's only gonna be for, you know, a little while or whatever, I just, yeah. Cody's my soulmate. I love him.
If you know he's your soulmate, why did you drag this out so long before you married him?
Oh, you? Hey, how's it going? Hey, Dayton, how are you? How's it going?
Why'd she walk like that? Awkward.
Wish we did the trip. You know,
I'm sorry. I'm going to rewind this. Did Cody like really go? Like the girls are going and hugging and playing with and tickling all the kids.
Oh, you? Hey, how's it going? Hey, Dayton, how are you?
He didn't really show it. He ruffled the hair of one kid and that's it.
How's it going?
Dayton was on the couch and he just yelled at him, "Hey Dayton, how are you?" No, he never got up.
Wish we did the trip. You know, rocking out the music and the girls teasing me about you.
Okay, so you guys.
Oh, can we just point out a little thing? I never noticed this before. So he's trying to hold a conversation with her, but he doesn't know how to make words turn into sentences. I don't know, just like, you know, trip. and then he goes, you know, I was just on the trip. I was just listening to music and rocking out. Kids were making fun of me about you. Wait, earlier you told the camera you really enjoy these 5-hour trips because it's an opportunity to bond with your kids. So your idea of bonding is you listen to your favorite music and they just sit there and poke fun at you because you're really not communicating with them. That's not bonding, Cody. Just because you're in the same presence as other people doesn't necessarily make it bonding. Talk to them. Ugh. Okay, sorry. Point that out. All right. Going on. Dayton has the biggest bowl of popcorn in the world. And Robin's, how I look at it, when you look at this house that she's in, she has like was it like a desk, like a wrought iron desk with a wood top, but it's all like a wrought iron back. Maybe there's some shelves. It's hard to tell. But there's like nothing on the whole thing. Next to it's a Tupperware bucket, like a big bin. The other side is a big box that's open that just like has stuff in it. And then you look into the bedroom in the back and you see a big black bag of something and then a big box that's there too. Did they never unpack, or are they just living out of their boxes? Or did she move into this house for the show? I mean, I always thought it was suspect, the fact that she was in such a nice house and the woman's dirt poor, 30 grand in debt, no job really. I guess she's working as a receptionist at a nursing home. What's that, minimum wage? And she's got 3 kids and this beautiful 4-bedroom house. They all had their own bedrooms. All had their own bedrooms. I thought it was a big deal when they all had to have their own bedrooms when they were older and they moved into Flagstaff. Here, when she's dirt poor, doesn't have 2 nickels to rub together, she has every single kid has their own room. I don't know. Like, what is real and what is not real in this show? Or is she just like a sloppy mess, which she is. We know she is. So this is, I mean, her house had boxes and things all around the entire time they lived in it. So like this might just be her idea of like she's comfortable in clutter. Possibly. Ugh. Maybe she had a night job. Yep. That's why she needed such a big house. Yes. And they all yes. Yeah, compared to the quarters they had, that's what I'm saying. They each have this is a big 4-bedroom house, and Christine had 3 bedrooms. Peyton had his own room. All the girls were in the other room. And then Truly stayed in the room with her and Cody. And I get that. As Peyton was growing up, he deserved to have his own room. Like, I'm not saying Peyton needed to. I'm sure when he was younger, he probably shared with somebody, but then he got his own space. But it's just the way the numbers worked. She happened to have a lot of girls, but she only had 3 bedrooms for 6 kids. This woman has 3 kids with 4 bedrooms. 3 kids, 4 bedrooms. 6 kids, 3 bedrooms. Disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, that was a really good point. Oh, I think I jumped ahead. I missed it. Who said DJ Tag? She's waiting for somebody to come unpack her. That's the truth. She can't unpack. She can't pack. She can't unpack. Oh, my goodness. Okay. It makes me wonder if TLC kicked in at all. This is the one reason I want the show to end. I don't want the show to end because I don't want this to end. I enjoy our Tuesday nights. I enjoy our banter. But I would love for the show to continue on and for Robin and Cody to have guest role parts. So they get like half the salary. Robin should be getting half this. They should be getting half the salary anyway. Robin's carrying the 2 of them. Face it. He's on camera all the time. She's doing nothing. She's not earning her keep. They need to cut her off. And I really want to find out if she worked out any kind of agreement for her kids to get any money to get on the show, because it was my prediction last year. And sure enough, we're seeing them a lot this year, minus Dayton. And kind of minus the younger ones too. But the younger ones wouldn't be able to pull in a paycheck, you see, because they're not over 18. So she can keep them off camera still. But the older ones, they can draw money. Okay. That's true. All those collectibles need to go somewhere. Need to have a big house. All right. Yeah, he spent a lot of time over there, but they said he had his own bedroom in Christine's. It would make more sense that he would just stay over there and that the girls would split up. And maybe, well, no, Truly was still a baby when they moved to Vegas. So, but I do know that he pretty much lived over at Janelle's house because his brothers were all over there. Okay. But I could also see the brothers going, yeah, he can go back to his house at night. We don't need him here all the time. I totally could see any kid saying that. Like, yeah, no, I don't mind hanging out with him all day long, but really, we have cramped quarters here too. Okay. Let's continue on here. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Here we go.
You can watch it for another half an hour and then you guys gotta brush your teeth and go to bed. Will you be good for these guys? Brush your teeth and go to bed?
You got a hug for me?
You got a hug for me?
It does my heart so much good to see these kids be embraced by
so
family.
manipulative.
And be embraced by Cody.
You guys all right staying here with my girls? My girls are going to watch you guys. Yeah, it's always a party, huh?
I have a list of things I wrote 2 years ago that I wanted in a potential mate. Cody is him.
It's been 16 years since I've courted anyone. Christine was the last. It's a completely different experience altogether. Do you want hot chocolate?
That sounds fun. Do you
Yep.
have hot chocolate?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll
Can you
get
put
that.
marshmallows in it?
We have whipped chocolate.
Oh, that'll work for me.
That's good.
How about you? Okay.
Did you put marshmallows in it?
That's fun.
So creepy.
I've never really held hands with a woman that wasn't my wife in 16 years.
Nor should you.
And I'm rusty.
No, you shouldn't.
I thought I'd get you a ring.
Yeah, you want to do that?
You won't like this at all. It's a string.
Where did you get that?
My daughter made it.
She did?
Yeah, Madison was making. I says, I need that. And
I need that.
got her to give it to me.
I got her to give it to me.
Seriously? This
Yeah.
is awesome.
Nobody in the family would ever call me romantic, I don't think. And I just kind of got overcome by this romantic bug. No self-respecting man would admit this stuff. But I kind of melted. I don't know what happened to me. It's still happening. I've been courting Robin for 4 months.
4 months?
Business standards, that's actually a long time. So now we want to kind of move it forward and get the families merged as soon as we can. Did you see your dad?
We've been here before. We know what the outcome will be. We have a fabulous relationship. We know that when we get through this, we'll end up with even a bigger, cooler family going on.
No, Janelle.
I'm
Sorry.
in love with Robin. That doesn't diminish any of my other wives at all. I'm in love with them.
Oh, really?
And Robin gets to pick who she marries, and so she just picks me. Thanks.
Ick. Vomit. Doesn't diminish my love for my other wives. We're going to add that to the list of lines that didn't age well. Although I do believe he loved his other wives in a different way, but I do believe that he'll say that, like, oh, until you'll deny that you ever even really love them. I'm waiting for him to say, I didn't even really like him. He may have said that about Christine. I have to think about it. Oh, I saw somebody said she sheds tears for herself. Yes, she shed. That's the only time she sheds tears. It's all about her. And him too. It's got to be interesting for the two of them to live with each other because they don't have empathy for each other. They take from each other. It's got to be kind of a volatile situation in that house. I mean, I think he's willing to give more than she is because he feels something. It's a stirring in his loins. It's really what it is. Robin was living in a storage unit and Fuddle Monkey put her in a rental for the show. That could be. Now, I heard that rental that she was in here on the show was owned by Uncle Daddy. Uncle Daddy had rental properties in, this is in St. George. And he had rental properties there. So this is how he justified leaving Vegas to make trips also on the weekend. Well, plus the fact, I guess he technically was spiritually married. So I'd love to know when he bought those rental properties. I would like to know who inherited those rental properties. So, he didn't charge her a penny. If that were the case. I just don't know why she didn't unpack anything. Like, how long did she move into him right after the divorce? Because, it's been at least 4 months. By 4 months' time, I can get the boxes unpacked. She didn't have that much stuff. She came from a trailer. And she didn't take any of her husband's stuff. It's just her stuff. I wonder what happened to all the stuff that was out in that shed. I wonder if it had to all go back. What if the court ordered it all to go back? It had tags on it and stuff. I wonder who found it too. See, there's a whole story in there as well about all the stuff that she bought and hid out in the back shed or back barn or something that keep away from her husband. Yeah, she was just an honest woman, isn't she? Okay. Oh, I need to switch my banners. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I got to get back to understand what we're all talking about here. No wonder Robin didn't want to downsize to sharing space with Janelle. Yeah. Yeah, she had it good. But the thing is, at the time, it was offered as when she moved to Lehigh. So she got rid of that house. So she had nothing, really. She insisted on another house just like that one. And I'm pretty sure they all got their own bedrooms again. And how Christine and Janelle could have allowed that, especially Christine, with the baby and with all those girls crammed in the room. And I don't know. Like, that baby did not have its own room. That, like, I don't know how she slept. Oh, goodness. I don't know how they allowed so much. He got away with murder, and she got away with murder. And it makes me wonder if the cameras weren't rolling, if they would have nipped more in the bud, if they allowed more to just kind of get swept under the rug because of the show. I don't know. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just polygamy and you keep your mouth shut and you say nothing. Although Janelle has left him multiple times, so she doesn't completely sweep it under the rug all the time. Sometimes she has enough and leaves. Liberty Lisa says, I could tell from the very beginning Robin was a fake. She cries every single episode, never had any tears. I do not know what she is always wiping from her face. Nothing there. That's so true. Okay. Nicole said that Robin got the same amount of rooms as Mary did in Vegas. She needed an office and an extra bedroom. They all did. Yeah. Mary got way too much space in Vegas because out of all the floor plans, she got the one with the 5 bedrooms. She didn't have to have 5 bedrooms, but she did have to have 5 bedrooms because I remember them saying in order to have the wet bar, you have to have 5 bedrooms. The kicker is that wet bar is like 5 feet from the kitchen. It's not like it's a wet bar far away. I mean, my understanding was she wanted the wet bar because of that live water stuff that they were peddling. But that would have been bottled water, right? Because I don't think it was like, or was it a filtration system? No, I think it was actual water. I don't think you used your water, or was it? Because it wouldn't be live water, then it would be live filtrated water or filtration system or something. I never really looked into it. Let me look really quick and see what pops up if I look online. Live. Oops. Wrong keyboard, Jenny. Live. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Live International. Live Life Well. Let's see. Sorry, that was probably loud to you guys. It's loading. Because that was the excuse I heard. She needed the wet bar because they would have like parties to sell it and then try to recruit people to sell it. Boy, it does not want to load, does it? Let me try to load it on my laptop. It's spinning. Oh, there we go. Popped up finally. Shop. Achieve your health goals. Oh, this looks like, they all look like weight loss situations. It's almost like Green to Go, Skinny Max, Energy, Crave. Optimum supplementation is a rip away. So they're like packets. All right, so it isn't water. There's stuff you pour into water, but you'd think you'd put it into water bottles, not into like water you pull out of the tap. That doesn't taste as good. Yeah, they're all different healthy kinds of drinks, which is funny because like Christine clearly is and Janelle are clearly working for a competitor right now because it's exactly what they're peddling, but for a different company. So funny because this was Cody's whole thing. Okay. I don't think when I click on shop, I'm curious. A free membership. Oh, you have to do a membership. Of course you do. Okay. All right. So that's why she wanted the wet bar. Anyway. Because I guess she was going to use tap water and put these in it, and it wasn't going to taste as good. And it's not a good sales technique. I don't know. Get some good, I don't know, spring water. I don't even know what are good waters. Filtered water, at least. Just go to the refrigerator. Get the filtered water or get a filtered, like in my video. Yeah, a little filtered thing. I don't think you take it out of the wet bar. I don't drink out of we actually have a wet bar in our house, believe it or not. Not that we use it as I use it for. Got one of those instant hot water things. I've had it ever since my kids were small. I saw it at somebody's house and I came home and told my husband, I'm like, we need one of those. And I use it for hot tea. I use it for hot cocoa. I use it, occasionally. What I use it for 90% of the time is to put on a rag or a paper towel and wipe sticky stuff, spots I see on the floor, whatever. Whenever you just want to get something up with a really hot water to clean a surface, it's amazing. So it's like one of those instant hot water. But our countertop in this house that we have right now is marble. And we didn't have the drill bit to make there was a hole for a dispenser for soap, but it wasn't big enough for the instant hot water tap thing that you can buy. So we went to the wet bar, which had just a regular, I don't know, regular. What are they made out of? Normal. Normal before there was marble back in the day, countertop. That my husband could drill a hole in and then put the thing in. Anyway, so when I think of wet bar, I think of getting instant hot water. There's still the spout for the water in the little tiny sink, but I would never drink water out of that thing. It just sits there and it's just, no, never. Never, never, never. I'd get bottled water or I'd get it from the refrigerator out of the little filter thing. Okay. I don't know what got me on that, but anyway, I just think that that was dumb. Anyway, but they're all dumb. Liberty Lisa, thank you for becoming a member. Okay. Just use those outside. Yeah, if you're going to use that wet bar sink, you could just use those outside. Seriously, it's about the same. You're going to get the same minerals and deposits and everything through the pipes or through the thing as you would get outside. Yep. Teflon Queen said, sorry, I had to make dinner, but did anyone else notice in the beginning of the episode, he said he courted other women in the last 16 years. And in the last segment, he said he hasn't courted in 16 years. Yeah. Yeah. So Cody, I was going to say the same thing because he said, I haven't in 16 years. And I remember he said 16 years and then he tagged it with since Christine. And so the only other thing I'm thinking of is maybe they never officially courted, but that's not true because there was somebody that courted because wasn't it like the week before the wedding that they broke off the one engagement. So he did court other people. See, it's just lies. You know what? That's a good point, though. Let me write that down. Teflon Queen. In the same episode, he said he courted others, which Christine has confirmed in the past. And they've had that conversation about the girl who was like only 18 years old. And then her parents didn't want anything to do with it. And then it ended the week of. And I believe she pulled out in the end, although Cody blames Christine. Remember, he was so upset about that too. Now he's making it seem, oh, no, but none of them ever really worked out. There was nobody that was even close to a fit. And then later on, he goes on about how she ruined his life by keeping people away. Remember, that was part of the knife in the kidney speech, I think, where he claimed that all the sacrifice, I was part of all the sacrifices I made to love you. And it was implying that he didn't get these other wives because she didn't want it. Because then that was her reaction to it in interviews afterwards, that's what he was referring to, according to her. And she's like, listen, the girl didn't want to. I don't know what he's talking about. So he claims it was a huge sacrifice to get rid of her. And in this episode, he's like, it's nobody that was even close. And nobody we even courted. But well, no, we did court some. But, later on in the episode, I'll say that we didn't court anybody. It was just, I didn't court anybody for 16 years since Christine. The lies are hard to keep straight. Just hard to keep straight. Oh, that's nice of you, Lynn. Yes, please give the show a thumbs up, subscribe, and join if you're able. Mary wanted extra counter space. I mean, I guess it's just to get counter. To so many ways you can get counter space. There's such adorable bar carts that are out there, and so many ways you can create. There's these, you can get a buffet. They had the drawers in it and all that. They used to call them back in the day. Is that a credenza? I think my grandmother called it a buffet. And it has a flat top on it and that. If you need counter space, then you can move it too. And it's yours and you own it. You need it to be built into the house, which then forced you to have an extra bedroom. Like the logic doesn't work here. But I have heard that before. You're right. I have heard that before. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. We'll give you a whole extra bedroom and the wet bar, even though it's all over budget. So you have more counter space. Like, I just none of it makes sense. All right, whatever. Okay. He did court somebody. I'll bet if she rejected him, he wouldn't admit it. Yes, Raven, right? And Christine said she did. She said she didn't want to marry him. End of story. Came right out. It's in my video I have the Christine Speaks series of videos where I take each question that after season 18, she did a long interview with Heather McDonald from Juicy Scoop. And so I did a separate video on each one of the questions and answers, and then talked about it and used video clips to support each one of them. And this conversation came up there. I think she said there were a couple people that they courted, but that one was really the more significant one. All right. I'm going to catch up, and then I think, and I'm going to keep this open so I can delete, because I feel like I started pulling up some of the funny things that people said, and it's hard for me to remember if I read them, because I've read them a couple times. I read them originally and then I saved them, then I moved them to the folder. And so every time I do something, I read it. And so now I'm thinking I read them all to you because I feel like I did. And maybe I did. I don't know. You guys are so funny. Okay. Janelle ups to go small and let the boys share a room. Yeah. Janelle had that small little ranch. Cody didn't like it at all. She loved it because she didn't care how big the house was in that. She cared about the yard. That's my philosophy anyway. She loved her yard. And it was more lush. And she wasn't as close to them. Christine, if I recall correctly, Christine was closer to Coyote Pass and Robin. I think Janelle was a little further away. So I think Janelle maybe was starting to go down the mountain, maybe. Or maybe she's up the mountain. I don't know. Wherever there was a little bit more water. Okay. Let me pull up some funny comments. I'm going to leave this open so I delete them afterwards. Okay. I know I didn't read all of these, but some of them I may have. So I apologize if you've heard these before. Michelle Hallman wrote, I'm pretty sure I read this. Okay. This was in regard to one of the old and another things. And she said, I love this idea, Jenny. I have a question though. What if possibly next week you could do another 50 things? And that was right before it started to go into the financial stuff. So there we go. I threw it away. Joni said, what can we expect Goldilocks to say next? Beholden seems like a good bet. There you go. Oops, I think I deleted the wrong one last time. All right. Well, what can I say? This is and another thing too. An older one. With you, Jenny, less is more. The idea of less is more does not apply. More is better. And if you think of additional information, you can do another show called Furthermore. It'd be funny. We have and another thing, and then there's furthermore. So and another thing comes out on Tuesday. By Friday, there's furthermore. And she says, but you have to say it with a posh accent. Whatever you call it, I'll watch it, she said. It's funny. Oh, there was Tanya G. Furthermore, Mary is constantly and perpetual. So Mary constantly and perpetually went back to Cody at her mom's behest. Do I have that correct? Vicky wrote that. Vicky Loyal. That's funny. Lynn Skinner wrote, Jenny, please don't call Cody a man. A real man would never act that way. I really don't know what to call him, but it's not a man. Oh, I thought of a word, but I can't write it here. Okay. Jeannie Lewis wrote this. This was after it was with when I was talking about Mary's speech that one time. She goes, ha ha ha, Jenny, thanks for all the things. All the things that we one time Mary, she kept saying it over and over and over again. All the things, all the things, all the things. But they really like to take a phrase and just bang it into the ground, don't they? They really do. All right. Is that Chubbs? Chubbs, were you in here? Oh, Cosette's underneath here. Hi, Cosette. Hi. You want to come up here? Come here. Come here. You gonna be a cat and just stare at me? Okay. Fair enough. You are a cat. Unless another one scooted by, that was Cosette. They're both gray, so it's hard to tell, but Cosette has white on her as well. She's more tabby, and Chubbs is, I think it's like, somebody said like, is it Asian blue or Russian blue? Russian blue. But I don't know that for a fact, that he's Russian blue. That's just what the vet tech was guessing. She's like, oh, you got a Russian blue. I love them. I'm like, I do? I don't know. It was a stray. It was a rescue. But he was cute. All right. Because that's a pretty name. Thank you. Chubbs meowed. or British short hair. Thank you very much. Yes, Cosette, I love you so much. Yes, it's from Les Mis. Cosette is from Les Mis. Yeah, Russians be very smart. Yes, this is true. And he has GI issues, so he has his own food. And he is so sly about sneaking over to her food dish, and she will just back up and let him do it. He just walks up there, just meanders, and just starts eating her food. I'm like, girlfriend, stand up for yourself. But he's not aggressive at all. He just walks up. Boom, 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 boom. Just completely gives in. Right. Get off. You know better. Naughty girl. I'm going to take the climber away if you go onto the couch. Yeah. There you go. Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Yes. Okay. That's Cosette. Got a little bit of white. She got white paws too. She'd make her name could have been like Boots or something. All right. I will also give you one of my quotes out of my quote list. Don't get rid of the funny comments, Jenny. You got to delete the ones you already read. Don't forget. Also, I will add again in the, if you would like to order a Sister Friends sweatshirt, again, 100% of the proceeds go to charity. I will put that in the chat here for you. So you can follow that link. And if I remember, I will put it in the show notes as well. In the comment, underneath the video for people who are watching this later. I think they're 35 plus shipping, which is like around $9. And then 40 for the 2XL, if I remember correctly. I think there's only 30 of them. So limited edition. And I don't know how many of each size, to be honest with you. Okay, quotes. Okay. Oh, well, that's kind of a sad one, but it could be motivating. Well, let's pick one from, oh, this is nice. Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I'll cut and paste it too. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Isn't that true? Don't get stuck on trying to see what the whole outcome is. Don't wait until you know all the answers and all the stuff. Like sometimes in life, just take the first step. Just get going. It's a good one for me because I'm sometimes too much of a planner in things. So this channel would help me with that. I just decided to get on and do it. That's why the first couple videos are so rough, with weird sounding like didgeridoo kind of with this Australian instrument. That's what it sounds like. I don't know what it is, but like had some bizarre music in the background. I can't even call it music. I don't know what it is. So yeah, but you learn as you go. It'll be even better next year. Stick around. Oh, Mary, there's going to be an SOS one too. There will be an SOS one too. Yes. It's going to be, those are going to be separate. They're going to be blue. These are all cream that say Sister Friends. There'll be a blue one that just says SOS on it. So fear not, it will come in due time. All right. I'm going to sign off. All right. Good night, Sister Friends. This was a lot of fun. I loved it. As always, you're amazing. Thank you. I will see you next Tuesday night. And I will make a point to go subscribe. There's going to be a link when this gets put with every single one of my videos. If you go in the show notes, and the show notes only show like 2 or 3 lines, you have to hit the little word that says more. So many people are like, no, there's no Amazon link, or there's no this. There's a little word that says more, because they won't show all of it because there's so much in there. They only show like a line or 2. Hit the little more button, and then you'll see everything. The songs that are in here, because I have to post that legally. Just lots of information. And in every single one of my videos, I have the name and I believe a link to my other channel, Reality TV Breakdown. So I'll be doing the Baldwins. I'll be watching it live for myself, kind of like what we're sort of doing here, because this isn't technically live, but it'll be live for me on maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesdays. We'll see. Come Wednesday, I'm going to be like, why did I say that? But it's probably better for me to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday free, especially with I have a retreat coming up and that too. So Wednesday's probably the better day to do it. Okay. All right. So keep an eye out for that, but make sure you go subscribe to the channel so you get the notifications and everything about that. And we will be streaming from there for that, so that we will keep this channel just Sister Wives. All right. Good night, everybody. Love you, sister friends. Bye.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
Things that make you go,